Obviously you can do a full, is that going to be a full 360? Yes it is. Hello, welcome. This video is going to be a review of a piece of garage equipment, the Clarke CMS2 mobile seat. So a little bit of background behind this. I recently was unfortunate enough to get a knee injury, which means I have to be very careful about kneeling and squatting. But I also don't really want to stop working on cars, bikes, garden equipment, etc., fixing stuff, as I'm sure you can imagine. So it's got me thinking about ways I could modify what I do. And one of the things that I realized was that an awful lot of the time I spend kneeling down, or I used to spend kneeling down or sitting on the floor, when with a few minor adjustments to the height of what I was working on, for example, I could actually be sitting on a seat instead, which would be much better for my knee. So I bought this seat and I thought I'd do a quick video of it to show you what it's like, a quick review as well. Okay, let's have a look at it. Here we are then, Clarke Strong Arm adjustable mobile seat. It's got a tool tray, which I am quite pleased about. It says that the height goes from 380 to 490 millimeters. There are a few other options available actually, but they didn't go quite as low as this one. And because I don't have a lift in the garage, I'm generally working with a car on axle stands or jack stands, so I didn't want the seat to be too high because I felt it would be less useful if it was. We'll keep the instructions. I'm not a huge fan, but we'll keep them for now. There's a gas strut. Now I was fully expecting to need to go and get a spanner to bolt the casters on, so I am quite surprised that they are already bolted on. Of all the bits that I thought would already be assembled, that wasn't one of them. Now then, I am going to take a wild guess that that goes in there. And then high on the success of getting that right, I'm going to take another wild guess that that goes in there. There we go, that's a pretty short assembly video. So let's move on to the floor and have a look at it. Okay, the first impression is pretty good, I must say. The seat feels like it's going to be low enough to work on a car that's lifted up on axle stands, so that's really good. There's a little bit of instability from side to side on the seat here. Nothing major. It's not loose or it's not, you know, improperly made or anything. It's just, let's be blunt. If your arse isn't exactly in the middle of it, you can feel it bending a little bit, or at least I can. But overall, very pleased so far. Rolls really easily. Obviously you can do a full, is that going to be a full 360? Yes it is, full 360. And the gas lift is really useful as well. So as I'm sitting here, that's on its lowest setting. And then that's the highest setting there. That's better for the angle of the knees, but probably not going to be quite as useful for working on a car. This feels like it's going to be a little bit high. So let's lower back down. I've put some tools in the bottom. As you can tell, this is a metal tray because this forms part of the base that supports the casters, so it's nice and strong. Feels like it could take plenty of weight, and a useful amount of space for tools, and a parts tray in there as well. Right, let's tell you some dimensions. So the seat pad, 30 centimeters across, about 4 centimeters high. Let's look at the seat height, just check I agree with the measurements on the box. So this is the highest, somewhere between 49 and 50 centimeters. And at the lowest, 39 centimeters. The tool tray, about 38 centimeters across. and those are 6 cm diameter casters. So overall, so far, very pleased with it. Obviously I haven't actually used it for doing any work on a vehicle yet, so that's coming next. Okay, I've just done a brake service on this Ford Ranger, so I am now better placed to comment on how the stool works in action, so to speak. And I've got to say, I absolutely love it. I did the entire brake service, well, all the bits at the car, so to speak, obviously not the bits at the bench, but did the entire thing sitting down, which, even saying that, sounds a bit lazy in a way, but then in another way you think, well, why not? And then I found myself thinking, well, why on earth didn't I buy one of these years ago? Just thinking of all the service work that I've done on brakes, suspension, stuff like that, where I've either been sitting on a cold floor or kneeling, and not a very comfortable position, when I could have been doing it sitting down. So yeah, this is a definite win for me. If you haven't got a stool in your garage and you do a lot of work like this, then I would strongly suggest getting one. The tool tray is really nice. It's really good to be able to have the tools with you that you need to use for the job. So for example, when you're doing brakes, you obviously do one side, then you do the other, and when you've finished one and you're moving on to the other, you've got all the tools on the trolley under your seat, so you can just wheel around and you've got everything with you. So it's really nice. I found, for me, I'm 6 foot tall, but I've found, because I don't lift cars super high off the ground unless I have to, I found having it on the lowest seat height is best for me, but each to their own. Anyway, for me, it's been a very worthwhile purchase. I'm really glad I bought it. I don't know why I didn't buy it years ago. It's a shame it's taken a knee injury to make me buy one, but there you go. This is going to be a permanent and well-used fixture in my garage, I'm sure. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If you too are wondering about increasing your garage comfort, I highly recommend this to you. Thanks very much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.